These are ordinary people.
MOB, man overboard.
Pushed to the limit.
You were not supposed to live.
In extraordinary situations.
He's alive, he's alive.
Staring death in the face. In a fight for survival.
They can't die like this.
Shocking stories from around the globe.
This is advanced stages of hypothermia now. This is the body shutting down.
This is World's Worst Journeys.
We thought we were going to die.
With over 1,500 UK sailing clubs, it's one of our favourite pastimes. But when things go wrong, it can be deadly.
Bang, I get hit. Boats run me over.
I'm going to be recovering a body.
The biannual Clipper Round the World race is for amateurs only. People like project director Andrew Taylor and IT security analyst Jason Middleton. Each wanted to pit their wits against the high seas.
I've known Jason for 2.5 years now. We trained together, we've been on a boat together for 7 months, we've been racing together, we're good friends now.
In March 2014, their friendship was put to the test on the 5,800 nautical mile race between Qingdao in China and San Francisco in America.
Across the Pacific, everyone's a little anxious. The boat encounters big waves, the cold. So everyone's a bit trepidatious about it.
Boat's a dangerous place. Everywhere you move, there's something that is going to trip you up or knock you down. It's a difficult, dangerous environment to be in.
When you put that boat in the cold, remote, challenging North Pacific Sea, every sailor needs their wits about them.
We've been on deck now for about 5 hours. We're racing hard. The conditions right now are pretty tasty. Wind's increasing, the sea state's getting bigger. We need smaller sails. During this manoeuvre the boat changes, and instead of just going forwards through the waves, it goes like this and it rocks from side to side.
With the yacht rocking violently in the Pacific swell, Andrew lost his footing and fell overboard.
Bang, I'm in the water. I don't realise I'm going, I don't stop to get hold of anything. I'm amazed at just how quickly it happened.
And the shout goes over, MOB, man overboard.
On deck, every sailor has a safety line attaching them to the boat. If that line ever fails, the victim is at the mercy of the sea.
I brace myself, waiting for my safety line to snag, and as I come up out of the water I feel a rush of water, and that's my safety line dragging me in the water, and then I realise it isn't, it's the boat going past. And as soon as I realise it's the boat going past, bang, I get hit by the rudder. The boat's run me over effectively. And my leg hurts like hell.
On board, a deckhand signalled that they had eyes on Andrew.
We've got 18 people maybe on deck, on all angles, and everybody's looking out and spotting, looking for the man overboard.
With no way of stopping and at full race speed, the yacht continued to crash through the 20-foot waves. The desperate crew lost sight of Andrew.
Kept the boat in sight so I could see it. And I realised I only ever saw the mast, I never saw the deck, and I knew if I can't see the deck, they can't see me.
We haven't got a visual. This is the thing, we haven't got a visual. Where is the person? Within, I think, 30, 40 seconds, the waves are such that the individual has disappeared out of view.
The amateur crew went into their crisis drill.
Mayday, we have a man overboard now, or immediate assistance. not have a visual on the manhole.
The emergency call went out to ships in the area, but this proved fruitless as the nearest yacht was 2 hours away.
The first 10 minutes or so, you're thinking, okay, fine, you know, he will pop up, that somebody will, you know, he will appear.
Time was crucial. In cold water, the human body will begin to shut down in 30 minutes.
It's a strange sense being in the water. The boat's always noisy. To go from that hustle and bustle to the silence of being in the water and to being on my own, it was strange. I'm really, really starting to feel the cold now. I can't feel my feet at all. I'm struggling with my fingers and my dexterity's gone.
With no sight of Andrew, the crew was fearing the worst.
After half an hour with the cold, Andrew would have been in a particularly bad shape, be them unconscious or worse.
Still conscious, Andrew was drifting helplessly at sea and starting to lose his focus.
I know I'm tired now. I have no concept of time. I don't know how long I've been in the water. And I start to think about my family. My will's fine. And then I kind of think, that's not a good thing to start thinking, really.
We're following the plan. We're breaking it down into concentric circles, looking for areas, but there's nothing. You know, the swell is so big, you can't see anything.
The sun's shining through and it's warm on my face, and I relax and I feel comfortable. I'm not scared, I'm not worried. I'm not cold anymore, I'm not shivering anymore. Almost slightly feeling euphoric. And then I remember my training. Yeah, I know exactly what this is now. This is advanced stages of hypothermia now. This is the body shutting down. This is not good.
These guys are in the water over an hour 20 minutes. It's going to be a body I'm picking out.
Coming up, the sea rescue goes from bad to worse. And the motorbike goes from full throttle to zero in a second. 1,000 miles off the China mainland in the middle of the Pacific, Andrew Taylor had been thrown off his yacht.
I knew, if I can't see the deck, they can't see me.
It had been over an hour, and the crew was still desperately searching for him.
I'm thinking, you know, we're flogging a dead horse here. How long do we continue with this?
I hope they'd find me.
I'm thinking now I'm going to be recovering a body. Personally, I'm thinking this guy's in the water over an hour 20 minutes. It's going to be a body I'm picking out. And then bang, Christy, 10, 15 feet of the mast, she gets a visual. I get a visual.
Ship's got him! Come forward, Sean! Okay, so we're gonna come round into the wind.
He's breathing, he's moving, he's in a bad shape, but he's all right.
As lead rescuer, Jason's job was to hook himself to Andrew.
I knew it wasn't going to be easy. The waves were enormous. The boat was bouncing around. We grasped each other. I think Jason said something like, "It's good to see you, mate." And I think I said something like, "Likewise." We think we've got it, and we start to lift.
After over an hour of searching, their hands were so cold, it was impossible to grip.
Frightfully, he gets so far and then he slips out. Which is just a nightmare, to see him then slip by. And your heart sinks. It's like, oh my God, he's back in the water.
And the boat goes round again. And the skipper's on the helmet. And as it goes past, he looks down really close to me, and then he goes, "Stay there, mate, I'll be back in a minute." A massive smile on his face.
After going round a second time, Jason made no mistake.
He's got hold of the clasps on the safety line. I hear it snap shut. The noise I will remember forever. It's this snap as it snaps shut. And I know I'm now joined to the boat.
Andrew had severe bruising to his legs and hypothermia had set in. The race was on to raise his body temperature.
I ache all over. I didn't know if you were looking for me or not. I didn't know if you'd seen me.
With his buddies safe, Jason was left with a final lasting image from the Pacific rescue.
When I saw the first visual of Andrew, I see a whale about 30 feet away. And we've seen very few whales on that journey. Myth and all that kind of stuff. One likes to think the whale was there for him. Whale just goes.
I'm under no illusion. I'm a very, very lucky boy. If I had 9 lives before I left the boat, I reckon I've used 3 of them.